Unit 5 End of Unit Study Guide. I can solve a variety of problems including rational numbers. I know how to use the appropriate vocabulary to reason about rational numbers. Question 1. Dave stood 5 feet above sea level on the deck of a boat. He dove down 12 feet from the deck of the boat. Write an integer that best represents the change in his location from the boat. So if he dove down, that's negative 12. Jason subtracted 8 from an integer, and the difference was positive. Which integer could be that number? So 9 minus 8 is 1. That's positive. Okay, negative 10 minus 8. So that'd be keep, change. Negative 10 plus negative 8. That would be a negative 18. 7 minus 8. Keep, change. 7 plus negative 8 would be a negative 1. Then we've got negative 5 minus 8. Keep, change. Negative 5 plus negative 8 equals negative 13. So A had to be the correct answer. Tim owed his sister $15, so that's negative 15. Then after earning 60, so that's a positive 60, he was able to pay his sister back what he owed her. Write the integer that represents the number of dollars he has now. Well, I know when the signs are different, I subtract. So that would be 45. And I take the sign of the positive rational number. So 45. The high temperature on Monday was negative 10. On Tuesday, the high temperature was 12. Which integer represents the difference in the two temperatures? So 12 minus 10, negative 10. So keep, change. 12 plus 10 equals 22 degrees Fahrenheit. The temperature before sunrise was negative 3. At noon, the temperature was 14. What integer represents the difference in the temperatures from sunrise to noon? So I have 14 minus negative 3. Keep, change. 14 plus 3, I have 17. Wen drove 30 miles to the library and then drove 30 more miles to her college. Write an equation has an equal sign, that represents the situation. So she drove 30 miles plus another 30 miles to get a total of 60 miles. A hiker is at an elevation of 238 feet below sea level. He climbs upward until he's at an elevation that is increased by 144. Write an expression that can be used to determine his current elevation in relation to sea level. So it would be that. Huyan has round tiles. She must combine the positive and negative signs that will result in a positive 2, which diagram shows a combination of positive and negative that results in a positive 2. So it's a negative 1. So I'm creating 0 pairs. So a positive and a negative create a 0 pair. So it should have been D. Which sentence explains the results of multiplying 8 times negative 10? So 8 times negative 10 is negative 80, because 8 times 10 is 80, and then a negative times a positive is a negative. So I know that I've got a negative product. And if I have negative 10 and I have negative 80, not 18, 80, I know this is less than. So B, the product of is negative and less than negative 10. Which expression results in the greatest value? So negative 3 over 1 times negative 1/3. And I have 3 over 3, which is 1 whole. Okay, a negative times a negative is a positive. A negative times a positive is a negative. Yes, Isaac.
I'm supposed to be 4.
You are 4. I get negative 9.
I got
Oh, positive 9. A negative times a negative is a positive.
Mommy, are you gonna make 4?
No, I'm working with 3's right now. Negative 3 times 3 is 9. And a negative times a positive is a negative. So which one has the greatest value? Well, that would be C. 48 divided by negative 12. Well, I know 48 divided by negative 12 is 4. And I know a positive divided by a negative is negative. So negative 4. The product, so that means I'm multiplying 42 and 6.
Mama, you made 4.
I did. Positive times a negative is a negative, so I get negative 252. The quotient of negative 45 and 9. So 45 divided by 9 is 5, and a negative divided by positive is a negative. What is the quotient of negative 12 over 1 divided by negative 1/4? Keep, change, flip. Negative 12 over 1 times 4 over negative 1. And I end up with 48 over negative 1. A negative divided by a negative is a positive. So I have positive 48. If you have any questions, let me know. I hope you have a great rest of your day.